Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we are back inside the Destiny here with your weekly reset video for Tuesday, September 13th, 2016. It is the last weekly reset of the Taken King. So we're going to be going over everything that you can do, including the challenge of the Elders, the raid, the Nightfall, everything that you can do this week before Rise of Iron drops. So first of all, we're going to hit up the weekly Nightfall strike. First of all, it is the Scion Flayers on Mars. The modifiers are Voidburn, Brawler, Grounded, and Trickle. So with that, I would highly recommend bringing your Dark Drinker sword, bring a Void Sniper rifle. Be very careful in the room with the large groups of stairs. There may be some Taken there, and they will be throwing a lot of Void at you, so make sure that you are staying on the ground during that period of time, especially with Grounded. It's going to be very, very tricky if you just want to jam through it. They're going to be shooting a lot of Void at you, so make sure you stay in cover, grab your Dark Drinker, grab your Telesto if you so choose, if you want to be using that instead. But the Dark Drinker is going to be very, very good against, like, say, for example, the Scion Flayers. You can just go up and spam that and knock them out really quickly. It's a great week to go ahead and farm for basically your Scion Flayer Mantle or the Treads Upon Stars Scout Rifle. Those are the things you can get from that. But that is the weekly Nightfall strike this week. Let's go over to the Reef and check out what is going on in the Challenge of Elders. You need to pick up an Elder Sigil from the Reef, but this week we have the bonuses actually work out really well together. We've got Catapult, which is basically you recharge your grenades very, very quickly, and Grenade Kill bonus. So those two work very, very well together. I highly recommend that everyone gets in there and does Challenge of the Elders this week a ton. Juggler means that no ammo drops for the weapon that you are currently using, so make sure you change weapons a bunch, and that's going to help you get that taken care of. The bosses for this week are Kexis the Betrayed with add-ons of Fallen for round 1. The Sedidious Mind with the add-ons of Vex for round 2, and Norusk, Servant of Oryx with the add-ons of Cabal for round 3. So all Taken bosses. This is really nice to do, guys, and the other thing you want to be doing is you want to make sure that you pick up all of those bounties for the Challenge of the Elders, because if you look here, you get a lot of experience for them. 3,750. That's going to help you rank up those new weapons that you get. It's actually going to be a little bit more than anything else. And since they took away the all of the Iron Banner ones, this is actually the bounties that are going to net you the most experience, and it will also help you get a House Judgment package. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you pick up those things and get those completed. A very, very easy week in the Challenge of Elders. I recommend you do that on all 3 of your characters. It's going to be very, very easy to do. Of course, we still have the final week of the raid, Moments of Triumph. This week, the last thing you can do is the Warpriest challenge. Actually, it says here we have all 3. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually going to be a thing. I have not gone in. I know that this has sometimes been a thing. Maybe this is the week you can actually do the entire challenge mode. It does say do all 3. It does say you can do all 3 challenges this week. And since it's the final week of the raid, it might make sense. Maybe you can still get all 3 taken care of. So guys, if you need help, check out my Twitch live streams. I help carry people through the raid all the time. If you need one of these checkpoints, check it out. If this changes, I will make sure that I let you know. But since it's the final week of this, it's cool. I don't see any other like malfunctions or anything happening. I know that sometimes when that would happen, the Nightfall strike would be all messed up with a lot of different modifiers, but it's not this week. So we've got all 3 challenges. So if that's a thing, awesome. We're going to be checking that out. As soon as I get a chance to check it out, I will let you know and update this video. But go check that out, ladies and gentlemen. If that's the case, Patrol the Dreadnought, the tier 3 boss, it should be Balwar, which is the wizard essentially with the giant poison ground for everything else like that. So you essentially have to kill a couple of, I believe they are acolytes, and basically kill them, and that puts little pools of light that you can actually shoot the wizard in. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's going to be random. I'm not sure. I'm I'm gonna have to take a look here, and as soon as I do that, I'm gonna make sure that I post that in the video description as well. So very, very cool. Go get your challenges taken care of. If you have not got your moments of triumph, maybe you still have time. I know some people didn't get their Oryx challenge modes in this last week, so do that. Go check that out. Life would be good. We have this week for competitive multiplayer, we have the weekly of competitive multiplayer Inferno Rumble. We've got also the freelance 6v6. But what's more important in the Crucible land is that today at 10 a.m. There is going to be a stream covering Supremacy and MLG Gaming, and it is going to be the start of custom games. That's right, custom games are coming today, confirmed. We are going to be able to hop in, and I believe it's going to be in this Crucible settings here. You can actually hop in with the fire team, and you can do your private matches all you want. Your custom games, essentially right there. Private matches is probably the best way to describe it, guys. So go check that out after, I believe, 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Go check that out. The competitive multiplayer for today is Control. Today's daily is Return to the Chamber of Night and steal a shard of crystal that once held Crota's soul if you don't have a black spindle. You don't have to do it today. You can do it any day. They've changed that, but if you want to do it while it's the daily heroic story, it is technically Spindle Day today. Next up, we have what's called the Taken War Heroic. Now, I'm wondering if this has been fixed. We're going to be checking this out, and again, I'll be putting this in the description box below. I want to check these things out so we can get the video up there, but at the same time, last week these legendary marks were not dropping, but the modifiers this week are Solar Burn, Berserk, and Small Arms. Really nice for farming in your Taken War Heroic. I'm going to be checking and seeing if these actually are dropping legendary marks this week, and if so, I'm going to put it in the description box below, guys. So that is the weekly reset video. It's pretty exciting. We got some amazing stuff going on. If you've been with me this last year, it's been amazing. It's been great to have so many of you with so many positive comments and things like that. So thank you so much for making this last year a blast. We're only getting bigger here on this channel. Thank you so much for checking out Mano 777 and checking out the channel. Love you guys so much. If you haven't checked out my Trespasser video, I was actually lucky enough to get one, so check that out. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below and on this image that you can just click. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time in the universe of Destiny.